Hi guys, today I want to show you everything about this camera. This is the Canon Prima Twin, also known in the USA as the Sure Shot Twin, or in Japan Auto Boy Twin. And maybe you found this camera in your grandma's basement or at the flea market. Maybe it's your first film camera and you don't want to do anything wrong. So this video is perfect for you. I will show you everything you need to know about this camera, how to operate it, some interesting details, and at the end a small recommendation if I would buy this camera. In comparison to other point-and-shoot cameras, like a point-and-shoot camera is a simple camera where you don't have to do a lot of settings. You just press the button and the camera does the rest. In comparison to other cameras of this time, this is not a zoom camera. It's a camera with two fixed focal lengths. So you have a 28mm and a 48mm range. So you can change that. I will show that in a second. The camera has autofocus with free, reliable point active autofocus system. All the exposure and the shutter speed is done by the camera. The camera has a built-in flash, and you can use most of the 35mm films that are widely available. They're expensive, but they're available. This isn't a cheap thing to do. So, to get started, locate the battery compartment at the bottom of the camera, and now you can use a coin to open it. But if you have the original camera strap, you can also use this. This camera was made in Japan. I wanted to say it's made in Taiwan, but Japanese engineering, they are smart. So you can use this to open up the battery compartment, or just use a coin. But you have to use this when you live like in a third world country, which is digital cash only, like Sweden, something like that. It's a joke. Okay, I love Sweden. Open up the battery compartment like this, then take a battery. This is a, I don't show the brand, is 2CR5 6-volt battery, I think, yeah. 6 volts. Check the link in the description. If you're from Germany, you can support me by buying these from Amazon with my affiliate link. And also check the description. There's a lot of other stuff there too. So take the battery, put it inside there. Oh, you saw the flash was, this light was lighting up. That's a good sign. So, and then close the battery compartment. I think you should be able to do that without doing anything wrong. So now you can check if everything is all right. You can open up the lens or turn on the camera by sliding this thing. Oh, and you heard it, there was a lot of movement. So lens came out. You can press the shutter button, and now you heard a picture was taken, but still there's no film inside. That's the most important thing, because it's a photography and like it's light working with the film. So this is like a special version, like a quartz date with the world time, and you can print like the date and the time onto your photo. I think it makes the camera a bit chunkier, but okay, that's not what you want to hear. So to open up the battery to film chamber, push this thing here under, open the film thing here, take your 35mm film. This is just a film for testing. Put it in the chamber, take the film tip and slide it across, and put the film tip here. There's also a small picture how to do it. Then you see there, here's like a small wheel with some sprockets, and it should be aligned with that. And then the moment you close the film chamber, here's the frame counter. and the frame counter will start to move and go from S. I don't know what S means, but it goes to 1. It spools the film a little bit. You see, now it's at 1. So I think I have to reset this because it still says that I have 20 pictures or not. But yeah, okay. So now to the picture taking. To take a picture, you can just take the camera, aim it somewhere, press the button, press this button, and take a picture. You can do a focus lock, so you want to focus on this object, for example, then you half press the camera, then you hear it. It does the focusing, and now you can move the camera, and when you fully press the button, then you can get another perspective, but still the same focus. To change the focal length, like the zoom, it isn't a zoom, it's 2 focal lengths. You can press this button. Now you have a kind of a portrait mode, and no, this is like a portrait mode more, and this is like more for landscapes. You can see more when you look through the viewfinder and press the button. You will get it, what I mean. So what are other features? So this is the fixed distance button. When I don't know who uses this, but I wanted to show it to you anyways. It stands in the manual that on a trip or other occasion, when asking someone to take a picture of you, press the fixed distance button before handing the camera over. The picture will turn out sharp regardless of the composition. Okay, so it says select the lens, press the button, the red lamp lights blinks to indicate that the function has been set, and now you hand the camera to someone and it does something with the exposure. Okay. Anyway, I don't think that you will ever need this function. The other function which is important is the self timer. It's the other button here. So you press the self timer, and now you see the light blinking, and I think after 10 seconds the camera takes a picture. So another thing is this tilt thing, and you make it like this, and then you can, when you do a picture with the self timer, it's not so flat, and maybe you can use it to stabilize how it's standing on a not so flat surface, which is a nice idea, to be honest. There's also a tripod mount here. I don't want to go into the settings how to do this world time date thing, because it's only to 2019, I think. So you can't use it with current dates, maybe if you travel back in time. So yeah, what's left to say about this camera? Exactly, when you're taking your pictures, here's a film with 12 pictures, so but probably you have a film with 24 or 36 pictures, and you just take the pictures, and when the film is full, the camera will rewind itself. I hope I can show that to you. Now you heard it. So don't open up the back of the camera before it winds completely, because you will lose your pictures. Okay, you heard that. Now you can open up the back. You have your roll, the film is completely inside. Now you can take this to a lab or develop it yourself. And you have some beautiful pictures. I took some very nice pictures with this camera. So, and don't forget to close this. Now it's protected. Ha. So, a little summary for who is this camera. I think a big pro is the camera is pretty easy to use. If you're not really into photography or you have some friends, you can just hand them the camera and they can just take a picture, dude. It will turn out nice. And even if the composition is not perfect, so it's still will be looking very nice. And I'm a big fan of these two focal lengths. They're quite a good quality. And you have like this very old schoolish vintage aesthetic with very sharp pictures for a plastic camera. The problem is the cons, it's a bit bulky and it's a bit big. Like for traveling, it's probably alright when carrying around. You can, let's have a look how heavy it is. It's about 300 grams, okay. Like in comparison to a Canon AE1 with a 50mm lens, you see it's 700 grams, but this camera is like OG in comparison to the point and shoot. But if you take a SLR with you or a point and shoot, you have different aims, I would say. So this camera is perfect for beginners. It's quite easy to use, and if it's your first film camera, I would say it's a perfect start. It's just so easy to use and you can get a bit in the topic. Yeah, so if you have any other questions about this camera, feel free to ask. If you want to buy this camera, check my Etsy shop. There's like this camera, and I will start to add accessories for film photography, like a lot. I have so much stuff here. Worldwide shipping, carbon-free shipping, that's what you want. Everything tested. So keep shooting film. Check the description to support me. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, on Rumble, on everything. See you next time. Bye bye.